Hello. You are listening to the Carroll Connection with your host, Jared Carroll.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Carroll Connection. I'm your host, Jared Carroll, here to bring you guys another great episode. I did want to take a chance to shout out my last episode 238 with Emily Lejeune. And on that episode, she came in and talked about how she switched out of like corporate life to kind of just more digital marketing, social media content creator, running her own business. And it was really cool to see someone kind of make that leap and kind of talk about leaning into that and being a creator. And it was just really good to meet her and have that conversation. So if you want to check that out, go to thecarrollconnection.simplecast.com. Also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the major listening platforms. If you like to watch your podcast, go on YouTube, search The Carroll Connection, or at Jared M. Carroll, it'll pop up. If you want to be a guest or return as a guest, hit me up on Instagram at Jared M. Carroll or at The Carroll Connection. We'll set that up, as well as plugging the 5 Pillars to Creating Meaningful Life. It's only available on Amazon, and if you buy the book and you like the book, please submit the review. It goes a long way in the algorithm. So that brings me to today's episode 239, bringing a legendary guest back for this podcast. A guest that was on episode one of the top 10 listened to episodes that I have to date, was last appeared on episode 44 in 2021, bringing my guest, one of my close friends, Eric Lozito.
Hey, brother.
Welcome back to the podcast.
I'm happy to be here, my man.
Yeah, I mean, you were one of the legit OGs of this podcast, a believer in this. We're down to do it from the beginning, and like, I can't say thank you enough too for being a part of that, because those early days were kind of like, what the fuck are we doing here? And you were a part of that.
Oh yeah, I was happy to donate my mom's garage to you to film.
Shout out to you and Devin for kind of helping out that. And I still want to get on the podcast, and I've pitched the idea a couple of times, and it just was never really went anywhere. So maybe we'll have to revisit that, because I mean, the Carroll Connection intro, it doesn't happen without Devin. Like,
that's so true.
Like,
oh my god,
I remember
thought about that.
Hanging out with him, and we were just like messing around. I was like, I want like that Siri kind of voice in the intro, and I want to like just kind of like a upbeat kind of beat to it. And like, we had like 2 or 3 intros, and I have one of them still, and I've always thought about switching to that one, but like this one that I just played for everyone that just heard,
Hello.
like that's like the iconic like thing for me, and it's just like I'm kind of stuck with it. If I'm big on like, if it ain't broke, no need to fix it, just keep riding it. Like, this is what works for me, so I just keep doing it. And it's obviously grown over the years. Like, the last time you were on the podcast in 2021, we had just this camera that's on me right now, and that camera it only records in 30-minute intervals. That's why it's on me, and I have like a phone like controlling it, because like as we're talking, like I'm like stopping it and hitting go on it. So like if you're talking, no one's gonna see me click off this camera basically. So like it's like getting rotated. But for that episode, we used it. I just would record my guests, because like I had USB microphones still, and we would plug that in, and I would just use that for clips, because like I was too afraid, I think, to do like YouTube stuff. So like I just did that because it felt safe enough. It was like, oh, I'm showing someone on a podcast in real life with me, versus just doing like, oh, send me a couple pictures and I'll do the fucking audio like I was doing for like the OG posts. And obviously it's grown from that. We got the 3 cameras, the lights, the backdrop, the roadcaster and mics.
I
And
love to see it, my man. This is great.
It's grown, and it's cool to have like a platform where now that it's kind of like established, like if you know me, you know I do a podcast, and like it's an open dialogue conversation, and that people like yourself can come back, and it's like a kind of like a validating thing too, to have someone like yourself who was literally on episode 1 can still come back years later, and we can have a conversation and see how you've grown and we've grown, and like the conversation grows. And I think it's a cool like little universe we get to create on the Carroll Connection. 100%. So with that being said, we have a lot to kind of dive into. So starting all the way back, we're going to go to when we kind of recorded that second episode 44. It was 2021. I brought you back to kind of catch things up, and I had that camera, and I wanted to like kind of start anew and bring back guests that hadn't been around like a camera yet. So like that's when we brought you back on, but kind of catch everybody up. What happened post that episode?
I stayed working in the cannabis industry, obviously, and I started noticing some health issues kind of arising. I just thought they were normal. I was having a lot of deja vu. Thought it was just deja vu. I'd get a little lethargic. okay. Like I went an entire year or two dealing with that, just thinking, hey, whatever, I'm normal. It's like blacking out, standing up off the couch too quick. That's what I was looking at it like. And then I had a really big seizure in the middle of the night one time. And after going to a neurologist, I found out I had epilepsy. And for the entire 2 years prior, I was having mini seizures every single day, like anywhere from 5 to 20. Had no idea. I was driving every day, not supposed to be driving and stuff. So I found that out real quick and tried to make some changes in my life to feel better health wise. Honestly, it's
How
been
did
a lot about health.
how did the seizures, like, I don't know if there's a way to describe it, like, how did those feel?
So like when it first starts, like I can feel it coming on. You get this like almost a numbing feeling in your mouth and like a kind of metallic-y blood type taste in your mouth. So when I start like smack my lips a little bit and I start noticing I'm like I start getting a little lethargic, my arms start to get a little numb. And when I start feeling that, I instantly like I drop everything I'm doing right then and there. I don't care where I am, just drop it, go sit next to my wife Emily or go wherever I'm at, go sit next to someone, talk to them, have them distract you, try to get some a cold towel on my head, drink some water. It helps, but it doesn't always help.
It
Eh,
still sounds kinda scary though,
yeah.
especially when you probably didn't know what it was, what's
Yeah.
happening to my body right now.
I'm more scared or I guess I'm very happy, but I was more like freaked out about it later looking back at when I didn't know.
Mm.
The amount of times I was driving during it, like confused while driving, it was not good looking back at it. But and the amount of times I was alone, like it's not really good to be alone when you're having a seizure. You can definitely have a lot of problems arise.
I can imagine, like, the type of stuff that could possibly go
Yeah.
wrong if you're in the wrong space or, like, you, like, fall or bang your head or, like,
My my first big seizure, I fractured my back.
oh my god.
So, but all my biggest seizure, not all of them, a couple of them not, but all my biggest seizures the past 5 years have been at night. I found out I have sleep apnea and I also have a deviated septum. So I don't breathe that well at night. And me holding my breath was causing the big seizures to actually happen. I would have the small ones, but it wouldn't go past that. But me holding my breath at night, bringing a lot of stress on my body, it would just happen. My poor wife, dealing with that in the middle of the night.
So it's like a the lack of oxygen was, like, triggering, like, bigger seizures then?
Yeah, like, I still had epilepsy, still probably had a small seizure, but if I focus on that too long, that small seizure, it can become a big one, or if I'm not knowing what's going on and I'm holding my breath a lot or really stressed doing something, it will happen.
How long was, like, the process of, like, diagnosing that?
Well, it took 2 years for me to find out, or about a year, year and a half. Kind of forget exactly, but a year to 2 years to figure out I had epilepsy because I think it was 4 months after my biggest seizure, I, like, really knew, like, "Alright, I do have epilepsy, I have to make changes," like, the doctors show me what I need to do, the medication, like, find out what's working. A lot of stuff didn't work, so, like, 3 years of just having big seizures, trying to figure out where to get, and, still trying to figure it out.
How was that, like, mentally, like, receiving that diagnosis of, like, you have epilepsy? Was it relieving after going through years of trying to figure out what it was, or is it kinda, like, bringing on this new fear of, like, "How am I gonna live the rest of my life with this?"
It was more brought on more fear because I don't know, it didn't really phase me, the stuff that happened before, but it brought on a lot of fear and, I was very like, I'm careful with, like, everything I do now, and some things I'm not. I'm, like, on top of a ladder. I'm not supposed to be on ladders. I'm not supposed to be driving, for 6 months after a big seizure, but I'll be, like, doing those things, and I'm, like, at the top of a ladder. Is this a bad idea? And then I start freaking out, and I just get down. I'm like, "I'm better off just getting down instead of thinking about this. Because if I overthink about a lot of things in my head, that can also bring on a seizure. You just can't stress. It's just mostly stress. So
Stress. Did it bring on some new anxiety too? Like I can imagine the anxiety with that's probably through the
yeah, I was
roof.
never really an anxiety person, but now I'm a little anxiety induced. I'm always worried. I more feel bad for my wife.
Yeah.
Like Emily deals with a lot, and I give her credit. Like it's a lot easier to go through a seizure than to deal with someone with a big seizure and go through that process. I can definitely tell that.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, having to handle something like that of watching someone you love seize, like it's probably terrifying, especially when you don't know at first.
Yep.
And probably even still now a little bit scary because like you never know how serious it fully is
Yeah.
until it's kind of over. So
Hmm.
it's like you're kind of always a little bit on edge, I can imagine,
Yeah.
with like dealing with that pressure of kind of caretaking too a little bit. Like anytime something can go wrong, any stressful moment possibly could trigger something, but obviously it
Yeah.
seems kind of difficult to like predict when it could happen, which
Yeah.
seems kind of scary, which makes sense of like
Yeah.
the fearfulness of like when is this gonna like happen to me
Yeah.
again?
The only way to know is just that small deja vu feeling. But if you calm down in the tracks, like it just that's technically a seizure, a small one. So if you stop stressing in those tracks, then it usually won't go any further than that. But I've had a few where I'm like, oh God, all right, I'm freaking out about this, and then I need money for this. Oh God, I'm about to be doing this next week, and I need that money. Oh God, and then all of a sudden I have a seizure. It's like
Mm.
I just need to like let things go, relax, like not let anxiety induce me. Medications changed a few times, so that changed me a lot. Like first one they had me on, Kepra, very moody, very irritable, like on a dime, I could like flip out or be pissed about something, and I thought it was just me because I can be that way sometimes, but it like really got worse. And then now I'm on a new one, lamotrigine, complete opposite. All the side effects are emotional and this and that. I'm complete opposite now. Like I'm more emotional and like I feel things more. It's more like in my feelings, but before I was like, ah,
Do you like that? Like, is it like,
it feels better.
yeah, feel more of like
Yeah.
yourself than you did probably
Yeah,
prior?
because I'm like I'm always go go go, always, and being on the other meds, being like I wake up and I'm immediately moving. It's hard with those meds because then I'm like really doing that, and then I'm actually stressing out even more. So I was still having all those small seizures. It was never really stopping them.
That, I mean, that makes, and I'm thinking of this question. I probably should ask it sooner, not to put you on the spot with answering this. And if you don't fully know, it's fine. But like
Yep.
for people that don't know like what's happening during a seizure, like are you able to explain kind of like what's happening to like the body and something in that like kind of situation? Or maybe just for
Um,
what's happening to you?
it's just a real big overload of serotonin in my brain. So yeah, like waking up early, like can do that because you get a big rush of serotonin in the morning. Like so early in the morning, it can happen more. If I'm very excited and stressed out, it could happen more, but I haven't seen much of that. It's really that night and morning for me that gets me for some reason.
That's
But
interesting.
I always end up like I feel like I see part of my seizure and like getting out of it happening, but I can't talk. Like I'm like I'm like moving my mouth, but like no words are happening, but all the thoughts are happening. I see what's happening. Like I just need space and my wife's trying to help me and I'm like moving around unnecessarily and I'm not trying to move around. I just feel me moving around, but I need to like breathe and I'm like I'm trying to tell her please step back, like give me a moment to breathe, but she's like all over me cuz it's hard. I can see like how difficult that was. I had a seizure in the shower one time and it was not good. Like I woke up on the bathroom floor sliding around on the tiles and my wife's there. I'm like I see what's happening and then like she called the ambulance and I'm naked and I'm like I finally could talk. I'm like, can I please just get on some underwear or something? Like, please. Like, and then I'm just sick of ambulance rides and all that shit. So
I can imagine
it's
those
all
are
tough.
not fun when you get
Yeah.
the other side of that,
Yeah.
the financial side of
Yeah, well,
ambulance.
we learned you can call ambulances, but you can refuse the ride. So they come help you, but you don't get the ride and ambulance bill. I learned that after 4 times.
Yeah, that's crazy they don't
And
tell
I
you
never
that.
paid a thing, but I never got a notice again, so I think it just came out of taxes for the ambulance ride. I don't know, I'm
I
not
mean,
sure.
I know a lot of people that just don't pay them. Like,
Alright,
you
well, that's
just
my plan.
you reject them, and, like,
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, that's a whole different rabbit hole we could go down, is, like, the financial side of, like, the whole, um, medical industry. I mean, you're
Yeah.
probably seeing a different side of that now, having to
It's
deal with
killing
that.
me. I'm like, I'm just not paying any of that, like, I'm over it.
Ho like, I'm kinda interested now that I kinda brought it up, and, like, obviously
Yeah.
don't go into, like, whatever you're not comfortable with, but, like, how is that side of the medical industry that you're seeing now, like the financial impacts, does that also add to the stress and possibly could trigger some of
Yeah.
these seizures?
Yeah, I mean, when I get a text from Brown University that I owe them $900, and then I get a text from them again a week later, oh, I owe them $2,000 from another time still. It's like it just keeps compounding. It's ridiculous. And then my neurologist and stuff, it seems like probably the same with every other doctor in the medical side of things. They just have their steps they go through, and it's like, well, I want to know this. Like, can we just go to the one that works? It's like, no, we try this pill, then we try this pill, and then that one doesn't work. Then we try this pill, and like I ask her, hey, like, can I like eat better, and this helps it, and I won't have seizures? Oh, well, you still have epilepsy. Okay, well, what diet do people with epilepsy have and they do better? Well, it doesn't really know. And then online like has all these answers. So like financially and like doctor wise, like they're all like it feels like a system. They're just trying to get you to pay more, and it's just killing me.
Do you feel like you found better answers online than you have through some of the doctors?
Yeah, for the most part.
That's
I
insane.
had and I haven't necessarily gone full fledged with all of them or done better like all of it, but like diet is a huge part of it, and I struggle not eating sugar. Like I'm grown up, I eat every snack. Like all my buddies know, like I overeat everything sugar wise. People have diabetes in my family. Like I gotta chill. All right, so I stop for a bit, and I hear, oh, keto diet is great because it doesn't like produce as much serotonin in your brain. It doesn't make your brain more active like sugar and carbs do. So I tried that, only did it for a week or two because I have no strong will. Like I just started eating like Pop Tarts and shit. Like I can't help myself. But every time I learn something new, like I try it, and it's hard to stick with it. I need to be better about that. And but I know like those weeks, I feel like I physically and mentally felt better. Sometimes a little jumble of words nowadays. I don't know if it's because of the seizures, my medication, or both, but I definitely notice things are a little different when I change up diet or like my physical activity.
That's a big
So
commitment though too, changing your diet and stuff like that. Like, especially,
yeah,
like, that's an entire lifestyle change that
yeah,
you would have to just choose to make, and, like, I mean, I'm one of the biggest sweet treat kind of guys there is. Like, I love candy. I love, like,
oh
cakes,
yeah,
ice cream. Like, if I don't have ice cream like once a week from like Sundays, there's like a Sundays in the area. Like, I literally, this is kind of embarrassing. Like, we go there pretty often,
oh
and someone
yeah,
who works there definitely recognized us, and the worker was like hands us like one of the cards that you get stamped and stuff like that, and she's like, "I see you guys come often," and I was like, "I don't know if this is like disrespectful or if she's kind of looking out for us, because like
yeah,
it feels a little bit of both." Like, because
yeah.
like I appreciate this because like I've definitely seen people with this, and I
Yep.
want that because I would like a free one.
Are you calling me fat though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of both. Like, I'd
Yeah.
rather you not do that, but like also thank you because like you're looking out, and I kind of appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
But like I feel the same way though. Of, like, even if like you're trying to like lose weight or do something in like the fitness industry, or like control like your diet, it's so fucking hard to do that. Like, average everyday people like struggle to do that, and that's why it's only a X amount of people that end up bodybuilding and going into
Yeah.
fitness and doing and looking a certain way, because also that style of eating isn't really normal.
No.
Like, it's not financially normal. Like, everyone wants to say, "Oh, healthy foods are cheap and you could figure it out." They're not. Like, if you actually want to like do the fruits and do the vegetables and do the meats, like that stuff's expensive and it's time consuming, and like I always say, like, like life is real. Like people work jobs, people are tired from working those jobs. People have relationships or families and kids and pets. Like we have other responsibilities other than our bodies that we
Yeah.
have to like tend to. So it's hard to manage all those different components and like live a healthy lifestyle, especially in America in 2026 when you have all these fast food options
I
and
ate
stuff.
McDonald's before this. Why are you calling me
Yeah,
out?
it's just like it's just
It's quick,
easy.
easy, like yeah.
It's so it's hard to navigate that. So
Yeah.
I can understand like the struggle of doing that, especially like also I could imagine feeling a little guilty when you
Oh
don't
yeah.
can commit to those diets because like you're like I
Every
know I
time.
should because it's could help me.
Yep. I feel most guilty when I have a seizure and I look at my girl's face. Like I'm like, oh man, like she doesn't like push those things on me, but we all know like I need to be healthier. I really am chasing like kind of what they call a caveman diet, I guess. It's not keto, but it's like mostly meat, like berries, like mushrooms, like things you forage, like eggs, like all things like caveman, whatever, whatever that means. But
No, it makes sense. And like
yeah, whatever
I
you can
think
forage.
I think you'll find a lot of value in that, even if
Yeah.
you stick to like 4 or 5 days a week. Like I feel like that tends to work best for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually shit it all out through the weekend, fucking go crazy, get fucking this and that, and
That's my
fucking
biggest problem. I have like a whole week or two, even three, and then I have like I use everything as an excuse. Emily says, I want ice cream. But she knows I've been trying to not have sugar and I've been just trying to eat salty snacks to get over that. And then I'm like, you're getting ice cream. Oh, and she's getting cookies too. So she wants to make her own ice cream sandwiches and she gets a non-dairy ice cream. So I go, well, I needed my ice cream so I can make cookies too. And I always do that. And then I end up binging. Like I'll buy like 5 different things. I'll finish it in the 2 days and be like, all right, I'm back to my healthy diet. But it's like,
what about like
this 2 days ruined it.
have you ever like meal prepped like during the week and stuff like that?
Oh, I'm bad. I don't like cooking. My wife's good at cooking. If we cook, we have like 1 or 2 leftovers, and I try to bring them to work. But besides that, it's like we try to cook every week. It's just hard. It's like
I mean, it goes back to what
yeah,
like life's real. It's hard to like
yeah.
maintain that. Like we stick to
Easier pick up to go on the ride home and go
yeah.
relax after quickly. And not have to
We
worry.
try to like pre-plan during the week. Like I mean, I'm a habitual like I need plans. Like if I don't know what's happening, it just stresses me out because then I'm just like
Yeah,
hyper fixated on like what I need to do. I'm the type of person where like if you give me a task, I need to do it right now. Like I
yes,
don't want it sitting over my head of like
yeah,
I have this to do later. Like I want to do it now so then I can just not do anything.
yes,
So like planning my week out food wise, like all right, Monday we're gonna do this, Tuesday I'll cook this, or Wednesday I'll cook that. And meal prepping for me just has worked. Once I moved to Texas and like I saw my roommate out there, he was meal prepping. I was like, I could probably do something like
yeah,
that. So like I'll go on like waves, I guess, where I'll literally eat the same thing for lunch every single day for
yeah,
like a year, and then I'm like disgusted by
yeah,
the food. Like right now, I just rotated back to chicken, rice, and broccoli, and like the thing is for me, like I try not to snack too much during the day. Nights where I fall off the fucking wagon. Right now, I'm not really caring too much. I did it before my trip. Now I'm kind of fucking it's hands off summertime, but like I lock in on that chicken, broccoli, rice, and then I'll have like a coffee or something throughout the
yeah,
day, and like try to be good about that, and it works for me. Like it's repetitive, but like by the time it's lunch, the chicken, broccoli, and rice is like appealing to me. I'm like,
yeah.
all right, I want this. Like I'm hungry. Like I don't really care, and I know it's gonna fill me up. So like,
100%.
but I also use like ranch to dip it in. So like I kind of
Oh,
cancel a
me too.
little.
You need some dip with the chicken.
Yeah, you got it. I can't just eat plain chicken. Like it's seasoned, but like
Yeah,
it's like seasoned
me too.
barely. Like it's
I
just
do the same thing.
yeah. I
It's,
need
it's
some.
always ranch too.
It's just the easy because like
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I'm a big ranch guy. Like I'm ranch over blue cheese every day.
Oh
Like
hell
it's
yeah,
just
blue
like
cheese is ass.
yeah, it's not the type of shit that I like. So like because I'm a big chicken person. Like I love
Yeah,
chicken, and like for a while I was doing ground turkey. I was doing like ground turkey, like diced tomatoes, black beans, and like some like taco seasoning, and like making like a bowl out of it basically. And I was doing that for a while, and that was I was really successful with that. But like at a certain point, like I would literally just throw it away. Like I would heat it up and I'm like, take a bite. I'm like, I'd rather be hungry
Yep.
than eat this. And like, that's when I'm like, all right, I need to change my thing. But point being was like, maybe consider doing that. Like it's, and you could like, it's hard because like fucking grocery stores, their portions are ridiculous. So like, you buy something, you have to like cook all of it.
Yep.
But like, what you could do is like, I don't know if like chicken fits in the keto or whatever kind of, it's a meat. So I
Yeah,
mean,
it
I
does.
guess like do your chicken and like there's tons of recipes of just seasoning it and like freeze the other part and like cook for
Yeah.
like 2 days and like have 2 days of prep chicken.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's like what I do. It's not. I could send you the recipe. It's not that great. It's just like it's basically just like a Italian seasoning, paprika, black pepper, and what's the other fucking shit? Seasoning salt with like olive oil
Yeah.
and throw that in the oven for like 20 minutes and then put that and then I have like quick rice and like bird's eye broccoli and that's it. It doesn't. It takes like an hour out of like my
Yeah.
Sunday.
I
Like
normally do some rotisserie chicken seasoning.
I was
I
doing
like that.
rotisserie chicken for a while.
Yeah.
Like I was
It's
doing
always good.
like a buffalo chicken like burrito with it, like
Mm.
with like Greek yogurt instead.
Hell yeah.
And those were good. It just I didn't feel like I was making a ton of progress with it, so I just
Yeah.
like dropped it. But it was a good switch up. It was like nice to like have that in the mix. But I think it's interesting that people will use their diet to help with the epilepsy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, makes sense. But is there any other like avenues that like you've learned through this process that can possibly help people with this?
Every single seizure is revolved around stress. Like if something's bothering you, say it. Like I've not said so many things that cause seizures later on in the day that really like didn't help me at all, and I knew it was because of that. And if I just spoke up and said some things, even if it didn't go the way I wanted, I don't think it would have bothered me as much. It all revolved around stress, unless it's epileptics with lights. But I don't get seizures from lights flashing in my eyes unless I guess I was really stressed begin with. Maybe I'm not sure, but I've seen people with epilepsy. I worked with a girl before, wasn't healthy, didn't take care of herself, diet never good, and she just always had seizures, always out of work, and I just didn't want to do that, and I don't want to be the person not working. Like every person I've seen with epilepsy online, I've worked with, barely work. They end up calling out a lot. Like better off just being part time. I've been trying to work 40, 50 hours the entire time. A lot of the years it was more than that. Um, and not realizing it was causing a problem too. So you have to like find that medium. But I really try to work hard still and show myself I can be like other people because I feel like I can't, but I can. So if I minimize my stress and work on those things, like I can be normal in my head. Like I feel like I'm not normal unless I do those things.
I think it's really valuable advice, even with people without epilepsy and
Yeah.
having seizures of like it just goes to show of like bottling stress or saying like not saying the thing you want to actually say really can affect your body in like extremely negative ways where you're literally seizing to the point
Yeah.
where you're not expressing how you actually feel and you're trying to maybe hold it in and you don't want to say the thing to piss someone else off or you just want to let it go and
Yeah.
sometimes it's not the avenue to go in. Sometimes you just
No.
need to just say the thing and
Yeah.
like
It's almost worth having a fight over what you said than just bottling it up and not saying it at all.
yeah, I mean, because even bottling up and not saying it, it's eventually going to come out some other way.
Exactly.
And
And
like,
you're not going to be good then either. So might as well do it early and speak.
yeah, I mean, I think it's a super important lesson to hit on, and like something that it's been a theme throughout my life experience and this podcast of just like, especially during like a period when we had episode 44, I was definitely going through a lot of that time of like holding in a lot of things that like I didn't want to say to people, and then through having a podcast and like therapy sessions, learning how to just say it and also say it in a way that's not harmful to other people.
Yeah.
Because like you can own your truth and also not be a dick. Like there's a
Yeah.
way to do that. Like it's hard, but there's a way.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah, it's because like
I think I figured it out. It's like a way to decipher and say things where people receive it normally and actually take it on.
It's very hard because like you're also if you're saying stuff to other people who are also have their emotions heightened, especially in an argument, it's sometimes hard to have that conversation. Sometimes it's better to like diffuse and have a conversation later.
Yeah.
But like in the moment, it's hard to realize those emotions and those feelings and shut it down.
Hmm.
Because like when things are hot and heavy, you want to fucking like start yelling and saying all this shit.
Yep.
But that's when shit can be hurtful and it can hurt other people and yourself and cause even more stress and
Oh
anger
yeah.
and fights that linger on more than they should. And
Yep.
but I think point being was just like saying it though. Like bottling it never does anyone good. Like it always comes back to bite you later on. Like it's better just to say it rather than store it because you're the one that's suffering either way. So like might as well just say it and at least get it out there. And
Yes.
I'm big on just keep saying it until you don't want to say it anymore.
Yeah.
Like is if it's bothering you, keep saying it.
Yeah.
Like
It's good
eventually it's not
advice.
gonna bother you. And like that's something that I've kind of always done with myself and like I know people have gotten sick of it and like when I like vent about stuff and like I'll hyper fixate on something, I'll be like, this is this and this and this, and I'll just keep saying it over and over every day. And it's like eventually I'll stop because eventually I get over it. But for the time being, I'm fixated on that. I need to like get this out of me. And
Yeah.
it's just like this like fix or this like a feeling that I need to express. And until I've expressed it fully, I'm gonna like sit on it. It's just gonna hurt me in the end. So that's kind of stuff I lean on is I'd rather just say the fucking thing
Yeah.
and just keep saying it until I don't want to say it anymore and it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it's gone. It is what it is. And if I'm bothering someone else by venting so much, they'll tell me. They'll be like, "All right, you can
Yeah.
shut up about that. It's fine." And I don't take offense to it. So it builds on itself. But building a little bit upon the stuff that's kind of happened in your life since this last podcast, and talk to me how you've kind of started overcoming this and kind of getting back into the groove of driving, working, like living your normal life. Like, how are those steps for you?
That was very difficult. I had to rely on my family a lot. I don't like asking for help from my family. Um, Family annoys me, even though I love them all. But I needed to have help to get to work. My dad picked me up every single morning, brought me to work when I couldn't drive. My mom picked me up from work every single day because I couldn't drive. It became a lot, so I really had to try hard to not have seizures. Um, but I would still drive when I wasn't supposed to because they wouldn't put any hold on your license, kind of like a DUI would be. They just say you're not supposed to. But I think if I got into an accident and killed someone, I would be at fault because of my seizure. So I think that's where that comes into play. I just need to figure that part out. And honestly, it came down to me getting a car with good safety features for all my family members to be confident with me driving. And then I felt confident to make different changes in my life and move forward with it and just know I have epilepsy, but I can work with it and get better slowly. Like I'm still having big seizures. I think it's been maybe 2 months ago, a month or two that I had a big one, but I pretty like I feel great right now. Honestly, my medication has gone up a little bit, and I feel a little better. Like it's gotten better.
It's seems like you're learning how to live with.
Yeah, and
Is
still
it is it
am.
a considered a disability?
Yes, and I keep wanting to look into it online so I can get a disability check,
I was
but
gonna say, look into it, but also
yeah,
like obviously be careful because it might limit how much you could work too.
yeah,
There's sometimes some
yep,
stipulations with that. So like I don't know if there's like a partial disability
yeah.
or whatever.
From what I hear, I think it has to do with how many seizures you have per day or per whatever that they make that decision. But you could just say I have 10 seizures a day and not have them. They'd be like, all right, here's a disability check.
Unless it's done through a doctor. If like you tell
Well,
a
I
doctor,
could go to the doctor and say I had these seizures, and she's like,
yeah,
"Okay," because I don't go to the hospital and no one knows that I had one. I just tell her, make a new appointment. Hey, we need to up my meds, or hey, we need to go on to new meds. Like, please, let's work on something. I got a new neurologist I haven't been to. I'm dying to go to them because I just feel like any question I ask, I get a response of, "Well, you still have epilepsy, though." Like when I ask about the keto diet, well, yeah, well, you still have epilepsy. I know. I understand that. But I know people online don't have seizures when they change these things. Might not be me, but I want to know if you know and if you agree. No, you still have epilepsy though. It's literally the answer I get for everything.
I think that's kind of it shows kind of where the medical industry is because there's probably a piece of that where these doctors don't want to put themselves in a position where they could be held
Yeah,
liable because like that's a big thing. They could lose their license, they can get sued. Like there's a lot of reasons why they probably give you that answer. But as a patient, that's really frustrating because it's not really getting to the answer
yeah,
that you're looking for and trying to like get through. And this is a huge issue within all mental health, the medical industry, like whether it's physical, mental, emotional. Like we try to like cover up these diagnoses, these feelings, these treatments, and we're not trying to get to the point of like, how do we fix this to the point where it's as a little as an issue as possible. It's something that's not going to affect your life every single day or every other month or whatever it is. Like, what can we do to minimize that versus let's just medicate you and you have epilepsy. That's it.
I'm
Like,
part of the system now. That's how it
it's
feels.
frustrating because like I mean I've seen this in my own family life of just how they have to go through the steps and I it's like I understand that that's the system and they're doing their job and I get that and I want to believe that they're doing their best to help like their patients.
Yeah,
But it feels like they're not fully doing everything they can because there's stuff out there. We all have the internet.
yeah,
Like we can see stuff. Like not saying these people on the internet are doctors or have all this knowledge, but there seems to be avenues that we're not fully exploring in the medical industry for whatever reason, and it's frustrating. So, like, I can empathize with you in that instance of just, like, wanting better answers.
yeah,
Like, getting the same response is almost, like, minimizing how you actually
yeah.
feel, and it's kind of frustrating. I
It
could
is.
it's
I broke my ankle 2 years ago or something like that. Went through the same thing with that, and it's like I know I've had so many broken bones. I know I need surgery. Like it's bad. I limp so bad in the morning, night, still this day. And oh, well, you don't qualify for surgery unless you go to physical therapy for X amount of time. I'm like, what do you mean? What if I just tell you to send me to a surgeon and we talk about this instead? And then I'm like, oh, well, what about stem cells? Like, have you heard about that? Like, because I know my tendon's messed up. I don't know if it's my joint or tendon. Hey, will stem cells help and peptides? No, you don't want that. Like, that's not gonna work. But I can get you a peptide shot. Just no stem cells. Like, that stuff's not great. Like, what do you mean? Like, just ignoring things? Like, I don't know if it's gonna help. I'm just asking you. Like, I just want to know information. Please help me out.
it sounds very dismissive
Yep.
too.
And I
It's
went to
like
physical therapy. Knew nothing was gonna work. I'm still in pain, and now I'm going to a surgeon 2 weeks from now to talk about it. And I hope I don't need surgery, but I since the beginning, like I know I need surgery.
and it's if anything,
I
it
know.
possibly healed improperly
Yeah.
because it didn't go that like I broke my finger, this finger, and I can't even see how I if I do
Yeah, you
this,
can't curl though.
I can't do that. Like I probably will never fully get that function back, but I luckily didn't need surgery. But also the financial impact of this was insane. Over flag
Yeah.
football was stupid. But like, and I have the footage. Like I don't even react until like I look at right after the play. My finger's like bent a little bit. I'm like, I think I just broke my finger. Everyone's like, nah, it's just because it was definitely like tilted a little bit. Like you might have just jammed it. Like try to push it. So I tried to push it, and I was like, that just fucking hurts.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and I like finished the game, but like I was like not paying attention, and I was
Yeah.
like, I broke my finger, and they're like, no, no, no. And then I remember getting home, and like on the way home, it was starting to swell. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then luckily, I have like finger braces. I think I like did. I fucked up my finger like a while ago,
Yeah.
and so like I had some. So luckily, I was able to like splint it beforehand, and then later that night, it was like really getting fucked like black and blue and like swollen. I was like starting to fucking panic. I'm like, and then I'm like, is it going? Because like what I was afraid of if I didn't go to the because it was a Sunday, so it was like if I don't go get this checked, like, and there's possible nerve damage or something, and I'm losing feeling in my
Yeah.
finger, are they gonna have to amputate my finger because I didn't go get this checked?
Mhm.
So like that's starting to run through my head, and I had to calm myself down and like chill out. So just like iced it, whatever. Next day, I immediately went to the emergency room and or not the emergency, like walk in, X-rayed. Like it doesn't look like it's fractured or whatever. I get a call like 7 p.m. like later that day. Like it's fractured. We're gonna send
Yeah.
you somewhere. And then I finally got to a place and they raped me for like all the fucking MRIs and
Mhm.
every week was an X-ray. It was
Yep.
like so much money and like made me do like little fucking finger things and like exercises. And then I got to a point I was like, not doing this anymore. Like it's
Physical therapy and stuff's so expensive too,
and,
like ridiculous.
even the physical therapist like she's like,
MRIs.
I know this is kind of expensive, so like if you don't want to keep coming to do this, well, you could have the
My doctor
exercises.
said, "Hey, after 2 weeks, if you really didn't want to, just stop, so I can qualify you for the going to the surgery." I'm like even you know that it's expensive and I shouldn't be there.
Yeah, it's because and the worst, it's like so annoying because like I like if I like work it a little bit, like it gets closer. But like at a
Yeah,
certain point, it's like it is what it is. Like
yeah.
it's just I'm just lucky I didn't have to get surgery because they have to like put a pin in it. It would have been so much longer and a bigger process. And I didn't. It was a worse break than I thought, and like they kind of like downplayed it.
Mhm.
And then like as it healed up, he was like, "Yeah, for how bad it was in the beginning, it actually healed up really nice." I was
Mm.
like, "Wait, it was bad? Like you didn't really say that in the beginning."
Yeah.
You're like, "I think it'll be all right," but like the worst part was keeping the splint on, and if like it was like a 8 week process, it ended up being like a 10 week for me. If I bent it at all, reset the whole process, and I would have to start from week one again.
Yeah, it
So like
sucks.
every little thing I was terrified of.
Oh
So like it
yeah.
was a whole fucking process. I want to make a transition a little bit and talk about the cannabis industry and kind of talk to you about your kind of growth through the industry, what you think about the industry, how it's changed. Because like when we first started this podcast, I don't even know if recreational was legal then yet, or if it just became. It was 2019. I don't think they had a lot of dispensaries that were
How old were we?
24, 23, 24, as far around
Yeah.
then.
I think it was just it was recreational like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, because I don't.
So when I was 21, I started working at a medical only,
Mhm.
and it wasn't rec for like another year or two,
'Cause I remember I
I
had,
think.
Matt Medeiros on episode, it was, like, 9 or something like that, and, Apotha wasn't even opened yet. So,
Yeah.
like, if there was businesses, there wasn't many,
Mhm.
but the industry was obviously very early. So kinda talk to can't speak. Talk to me about, like, your growth through the industry and kind of, like, where you are with it now.
Yeah. So I mean, I've been growing weed since I was 18, but I've been in the industry since I was 21, 30 now. But it's been a big up and down industry. Everyone that is like realizing I work in the industry, oh, it must be awesome. You must be doing really well. Oh, this is like sick. Like I would love to work there. No one really knows how much work goes into it and how little comes out of it unless you have that store. The If you're just a cultivator, it becomes very, very hard to make those profits you want because the stores are what you rely on. So they don't like your price. They're just gonna go to the next grower. They don't care. And quality to them isn't number one. It's their numbers like THC and terpene percentages because that's what people look at because everyone thinks that's how you get higher. It's not true at all. But it's just frustrating because you can mess around with what you're getting tested from the labs and make it come out good results. I could do it every single time, but legitimate results are a lot lower than what you see in stores. And I guarantee if you take a product from the store you buy and get it tested, is not going to be what it says on the package almost every single time.
I mean, it makes sense that larger corporations are obviously favoring profits and the THC percentage because, like, that's what they're promoting. Like,
Hmm.
that's what the average, like, person thinks, like, "Oh, well, it's a higher THC, it's gonna get me more high." Like, that's just the.
It's what it makes me bash my head into a wall a million times when that one goes on. I worked in a dispensary and it was like being a grower. I feel like I have more knowledge of the plant and the outcome and everything about it. And the people would come in and just like kill me. Like I'd try to educate them, but they're not there to be educated. They want to just come grab that eighth and leave. And it's like, how do we do this? Like, I want to get the industry in a spot where everyone is knowledgeable of like what they're going into buying and why this is so cheap and why you don't really want that dollar pre-roll. Like, why is it a dollar and why are they giving them out? Like, there's so many bad products out there. They have to get rid of them somehow. After a year of being in their system, it has to get destroyed. Can't be past a year. So they're just constantly doing stuff. And there's a lot of mold, a lot of bugs, and a lot of plant diseases in this industry that really bother me. And people get around passing microbial tests who have mold, and it just sickened me.
I can imagine the industry being super difficult to like educate too, because people are stuck in their ways. They want to believe a certain thing. They think that they know everything, and it's like they've been smoking weed since they were this young, and they just know they've been around, and so like trying to teach in this industry seems like it's very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever thought about? And I feel like I've definitely might have mentioned something similar about like creating like a platform or account or something to like really lean into this, because obviously back if you go a few years back, it was probably going to be damn near impossible because it'd get flagged and deleted almost
Yeah.
immediately. But like, I feel like the content has changed a lot, where it's a lot more flexible depending on how you word it and how you display it. Like if you're constantly showing flower or showing concentrates and smoking on camera, unless it goes viral, it might get flagged and deleted.
Yep.
Because like the viral ones will go through.
That was me at 21.
Yeah.
I want to take that fat dab and be on video and like I took a gram. But
So have you ever thought about like trying to like educate and like go that
Yeah.
route, and like because you might enjoy that and like go that route?
I do enjoy that a lot. I actually made an Instagram for it that I didn't do anything with. I just have it still. I would love to do that. That is like a big part of me. It's just getting it started and where to go with it and who to like who to give it to at first. Like, not everyone wants that information. A lot of people just know I'm the weed guy, unfortunately. Like, I'm not just me. Almost everyone that knows me, I'm the weed guy. So if they don't like weed, some people don't even want to hear from me. So I want to be able to connect with everyone so that even people who don't smoke have less stigma, and the people who do know what they're consuming and have better knowledge of it. And then when they go into store, they can find the better product that might not show on the list, oh, high THC or this and that, or it's not on sale.
There's a way to do it, and like, I mean, I don't think you're a fan of TikTok, but like
No.
TikTok is a platform that
It-
could easily it's the best platform to grow on. Instagram Reels are solid. So like if you created a separate account or you have that account, start, in my opinion, what you could do and is start like creating short reels, or like maybe writing down in your notes of like topics you want to touch on, and like do some research and present it, and then you could mix in videos of you smoking, and like there's a way to do it that could be educational. I mean, at first it's always bad. Like my first podcast
Yeah.
with you,
oh yeah.
that was tough. Like my interview
I
skills,
still don't know how to talk to people.
my interview skills were pretty bad. Like
They were better than me.
I mean, I always mention this to people. It's like the fact that like that first episode, it wasn't even technically the first episode because we recorded one before that
Yeah.
where I was too loud, you were too quiet because we only had
Yeah.
one microphone from Devin.
I'm always too quiet. I'm probably still too quiet.
No, it sounds good now, but like so we did a whole episode and it was great, but it didn't sound great on the audio version. So I was like, let's do it again. We blew through it all in like half an hour, and in that second half we were just talking about absolutely nothing. Like it was just I forget what it was. It was like some Netflix documentary or something
I
like
don't
that.
remember.
And
I probably smoked too much.
we were
too.
smoking a joint. Literally, I remember just halfway through, just said "fuck it" and just
Yeah.
So like the beginning stuff is always kind of tough, like because you just don't know. But like I feel like you have so much legitimate knowledge of the actual industry that deserves to be out there, because like people are getting abused by the system right now, and like they don't even know it, and they somewhat don't care. But if like they knew how bad some of the stuff was, I think that they'd second guess what they're buying.
Yeah.
And so like I think you should consider it. Obviously it's a lot of work, so like obviously manage your own stress and you don't want to like overload you. But I think it could be a way that's just fun and like you never know. Like maybe that blows up and that's a source of
Yep.
income and you don't have to do what you're doing and it's a little bit more stress free.
Yeah, my first worry with it, and like I had a Instagram account called Lozy Grows. It got banned, but it's literally because you say weed or you say the word cannabis or like you're like, oh, I'm taking this fat dab, and you show the dabs. Like if you show dabs, most of these weed people are like, hey, check out this honey, or like, hey, check out this broccoli. It like you don't use
You'd have to do that,
yeah,
yeah,
you use
unfortunately. So
broccoli emojis in this industry. It's very silly, and the like content creators of this industry like really struggle if like, and everyone has beef with someone in this industry for some reason. So then if you say something or post anything, they're uh reporting it. It's like there's that and the AI algorithm. You're like it's very hard to win on that space.
mhm.
So that's kind of what dragged me down on it at first. So I lost that Instagram and I had the other one started and I was like I didn't make any posts or anything yet. And I was like I really got to do this. Now I'm like I'm like kind of defeated on the idea, but I would love to do it. Maybe make a website. I think I want in person information for people when they go into the store. Like I need to find stores that would let me do that, but it's hard because they're making all these big sales based off these certain things. So if they're not even close to that like thought process, I don't think I'll be able to be there teaching people about weed.
Maybe consider this just shot in the dark here, putting together some type of book or something like that. Like what I did was free pretty much
True that.
to publish that and like it's basically whatever you want to put in there. You
Yeah.
can make it however big or small you want to. Like this is probably like 60, 70 readable pages, like 100 pages total with sources and documentation, but like it's bigger font, it's an easy read, it's a quick read. Like I didn't want people spending hours reading my book.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put together thoughts that I thought were concise and cohesive and what I thought would help create more of a, like a meaningful life. And I think it's a super easy read for people. It's like that could be an avenue that you could explore, and it you get to like kind of self proclaim like I'm an author. Like
Yeah.
can't say that I'm not.
Yeah.
Go on Amazon. It's a book.
Amen.
It's right there. Like I
I
did it.
definitely agree with all
So like
this. I would love to.
it's a way to take all those ideas that you have and put it into a book form where it's no one can like go kick rocks. Like you
Yeah.
can't argue. Like it's in a book. Like
Yeah.
if you don't like it, too bad. Like it's you don't have to read it. So like
100%.
because then you could take that and then make content off that as well. I think reels or TikToks are the best way to do it. Unfortunately, like pictures
I
just don't
agree.
they just don't work anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's unfortunately like dead media. So like
Picture for me is for me.
yeah, like
Like this is like for me, I'm like, oh, this cool strain, it looks fire. And it's like it's honestly it's just a picture for me for the future for me to look at and I'm
you're good. You're good.
like
You turn right there. Yeah. But it's something I would definitely consider because like I said all the time, like I think you have so much knowledge about the industry that like every time you post a story, I'm checking it out. Like I like want to see what you're posting out or like what you're kind of like ragging on because you think it's some shitty quality or a shitty process.
I
like
love shitting on things.
like I
I
think
can't help that.
like I mean that could straight up be like a reaction
Yeah.
content creator of just like bad stuff in the
That's
industry.
kind of
like,
what it was. The name of the Instagram I made is Grows Knows Everything because my thing was Lozy Grows, so I
Yeah.
made it Grows Knows Everything. Trying to show hey, like this is what that means, or this is stupid because of that. Like this shit's trash. Like give reviews. That was my head at, but so exactly what you were saying.
I mean, I think it's worth considering and like just you have to manage the comments because they're going to be aggressive by some people. But like,
I
I mean,
could care less about that stuff.
yeah, you don't
Honestly.
have to respond. Like,
Yeah.
you could always delete it too. Like, they have no power if they want to report it. It's is what it is. I mean, if you're just reacting or posting knowledge, like, just is what it is. Like, the difficult part is getting into like showing and smoking it. If you do
Yeah.
that, then you open yourself up.
Yep.
But like, you could always just start with just like the content first
Yeah.
and then introduce that as you get a follower, like
As
a
I'm-
following.
As I'm older and matured, I don't care about the whole showing me smoking it thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that was for like, I don't know, attention or something. I don't know. Like look how cool I am taking a gram dab because none of you guys can handle it. Like
No,
that's how
it's
I don't know.
no, it's
Stupid though. Now
a
I'm
little
matured.
depressing. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, like I'm
Yeah.
just smoking still. This is like, I don't. I watch some of them. Sometimes I like see like some ridiculous. I think what's the one I see? It's like a granny or something doing
Oh,
like,
dabbing granny. Yeah,
yeah, I see
she's
her.
not popular anymore because she said the N word
Oh
on a
well,
live
I
stream.
guess I take that back. Like, can't say that.
She
Like,
was famous for being an alcoholic without anyone knowing, so she would be drunk on her live streams every night, and she
I
got
mean the
too drunk taking dabs and
yeah, I mean that shit was
said her mind.
ridiculous. Some of the stuff the videos I see is like I don't even know how this person fucking functions. Like
Yeah.
that's insane that they're doing that. But I want to pivot a little bit because we are towards like the back end of the podcast, and I want to kind of like wrap some stuff up here and talk a little bit about more in the cannabis industry still. But where do you see this industry going, or where do you hope to see this industry go? Actually, we'll rephrase that. Where do you think the industry is now, and where do you hope it goes? I think that's a better question.
Industry is at the low point right now. Like there was a peak, and I should say it's not a low point. It's at a low point in the states that have been legal for a while. New Jersey just became legal, I think, within a year or two, and they're doing really good. Like prices per pound are still $2,000 to $3,000. Then you move to New York, and it's a little less because they've been recreational for a little more. Massachusetts, people want pounds for $600 to $1,000. Rhode Island, same thing. Like it's really tough, and Rhode Island's political. Massachusetts isn't, but either of them make their decisions to not buy it. And it's usually money. So I've really hope that people recognize quality, and then the quality will be the higher price. There's always different tiered prices of everything in this world. I mean, usually, not always, the higher price stuff is the better stuff. I want that to be known, and I want that to be a thing because that'll get the people who are struggling working in the industry. It'll get them a little bit higher, and I think a lot of businesses that are struggling right now will do a lot better. So that's where I hope it goes. Like people need help in this industry, especially the cultivators. I've worked in Rhode Island for 5 years growing, and then I've been working in Massachusetts growing for a year. I've been back and forth, and they're hurting now. So in a year, if education helps, I think it will all be better.
Yeah,
It won't be perfect. It never will be. And I really hope if it becomes federally legal, there's not more regulations, more issues, like less people getting in, more corporations. There's too many corporations right now. It's really bad. So if you're someone like me and want to start something, I can, but I have to find those investors that have that 1 to 3 to 5 to 10 million. And I can do it, but not having that corporate money to keep employees coming in to keep like all your like stock of inventory in to keep your job going. If you don't have that, it becomes very difficult, and I really equate it to the state of the industry right now between corporations and prices of things.
it seems like it's fallen into like the same problem that we have with a lot of industries of like this over like commercialization of like products and like being very corporate because obviously once the money starts rolling in you can open up more businesses and
Yep.
more business and then it becomes a corporation where we don't care about the small guys anymore. We just care about how much money that we're making, and it's not so much of like how good's the product, how good is the community,
Mhm.
do we know our customers, do we care about our customers? It's just like how many customers can we get in through the door. And I think it's really sad that it's gone from like an intimate space of like just like kind of like laid back hippie kind of people smoking weed to like it's just so corporate. It's
Complete
everybody, and
opposite now.
everyone's doing it. It's all the time. It's everywhere. Get you can go to a liquor store, they sell like
Yep.
weed beverages, and it's like
That's what pisses me off. That's that. Oh my god! Don't even get me
it's
started.
because they also alcohol like companies see the money and they
Yeah.
want to make profit on that. It's
But
like,
that's a federally legal cannabinoid because the laws they put in place are THCA, Delta 9 is illegal. Like, that's illegal. But hemp's legal, CBD's legal. But guess what? When you grow hemp plants, there's still some THC in there, and people don't understand that. And there's all different strains of CBD plants of hemp and shit. So some of them are different than others. For them to legally sell that, guess what they got to do? They got to extract it. So when they extract it, they take the cannabinoids and they basically try to get rid of delta 9 THC and they have delta 8 THC left. And that's still on the legal side. And federal stuff didn't realize that in the regulations. So hemp companies are removing that, selling the delta 8 THC products anywhere they want, gas stations, like etc. And then they sell their CBD products. So they're double dipping on their products to make massive profit and take advantage of laws.
it's sad that the
Which is
laws still haven't
cool.
fully caught
It's
up, though.
cool, but like then like I got a friend's mom that buys an ounce of dabs for like $50 and it's like it's trash.
Yeah,
Like cool, you got high, but like it's straight trash. Like I can't even can't bring myself to do it.
it's. I'm hopefully they reschedule it and like change it because like it doesn't make sense to have all these businesses, but you still have to use a debit card and you
Yeah.
can't use there's like workarounds to do. It
Yeah.
makes no sense like
Doesn't.
why we're doing this. Like hopefully there's still more changes to come to the industry, and
Yeah.
hopefully it doesn't go towards like the way that alcohol kind of is. It seems like it's heading that
Yeah.
direction, but hopefully there's some way to kind of course correct and like get back towards like maybe a holistic style of
Yeah.
looking at this and like trying to approach it from that angle, because I think you're gonna create a better product and create a better community of people that support a business when you go that route versus let's have this business in every fucking town all over
Yeah.
and sell the same shitty products, but people get high so they like it
Yeah.
and we just
And
make money.
it's easier to go to a store that's 5 minutes from your house, go in for 5 minutes or less, and buy what you want and go home than to call your dealer and try to find out when he's free to go get bud. And like, it's just a lot of convenience that I understand. Like, I have friends that always want my product, but if I don't have it, they're like, all right, I'm at the dispensary instantly. I understand it. Like, if I don't have something so fast for them to go there, or I have something, I'm not free till like Thursday because I have a life now. I'm not just sitting in my mom's house selling bags. But yeah, people don't like that. They want to just go in like it's a liquor store, and I completely get it. But like I said, the education around it's, I think, bringing it down a bit.
Yeah, I think there's hopefully some education that needs to be done in the industry, and that someone, maybe yourself, someone can insert this into this space because it desperately needs like an awakening in some form
Yeah.
or fashion to like correct which way it's going. But we are at the back end of the podcast. I don't even know what how far we're into this at this point. I have been just clicking because I've been just having fun with you. But Eric, I appreciate you coming on this podcast. Like this is the third time that you've been on here, and I think we got into some really good stuff on this podcast. And I feel like I'm doing you justice by having you on this one with all the cameras and like
Yeah.
we got to really talk about some really personal stuff and some really cool stuff about the industry that you're working in. And I think it's been awesome. And I want to give you kind of like, I do this for everyone. It's kind of like, I used to have the question for everybody of what would your advice be if you want to pursue your passion or whatever. But since like you've come back, I just kind of let people leave their last words of like, whether it's motivational or advice on the industry or how you manage your epilepsy. I'll kind of let you decide how you want to end it, but I'll give you kind of like your last words.
Okay. Say what's on your mind. That's been my biggest thing I learned the past year. It's honestly changed my life in a way. It like just say what's on your mind. It's not gonna hurt you more than what's happening. And that in my industry, my epilepsy, other things, that's been across the board. So I feel like learning that was huge for me, and I feel like everyone needs to know that, like we said before.
Yeah, I think that's perfect because Like,
go for your passion, like do it. I might hate the weed industry in the state it is in right now, and like I'm still enjoying work, but it's depressing, and but go for your passion. Like even if you're upset with the current situation, even if you're like not making it, just know there is a possibility still, and there is still room for improvement no matter what. Is It's not always going to keep going downhill.
yeah, you could be the difference in the
Yeah.
industry. Like, I mean, it's crazy to sometimes think that, but like, if no one's doing it, why not? Why not you? Like, we live in a world where we have technology and have the access to say what we want. Like, just go do it.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
who cares? Like, I've been doing this. I think this is year 7 of podcasting. Like, I would never have thought I would be here with you having another conversation 6, 7 years since we first
Yeah.
started this, and like the amount of awesome people that I met through this, can't put a price on that. And it's like, I don't care. This never goes viral. Like, it's about the conversations that I have with people, and like that stuff matters, and people take that and then go do what they want to do with that, and you never know who you could impact. Like, someone could listen to this podcast and want to get in the industry or go start their own platform. Like, you never know. Like, they might never say it to you, but like us speaking could really have that impact. There's people that have listened to this podcast across the world in different countries. Like, I have the metrics, like, and I'll never know who they are or
Yeah.
what they took from it, but like, that's cool. Like, you never know. So like, I think that's like a good little way to kind of wrap this. And again, Eric, I just appreciate you coming on this podcast
Awesome.
and doing this with me.
I'm just happy you're still doing this shit,
Yeah.
and I'm glad to see where you're at, man. There's a change, everybody.
You can get better, people. You can
Yeah,
get better.
he got better.
Appreciate that. So, for you guys like the podcast, please rate, review, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your family, share with your grandma. Check it out, thecarrollconnection.simplecast.com. Also available Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the major listening platforms. If you like to watch your podcast, go on YouTube, search the Carroll Connection, and it'll come up for you. And as well as plugging the 5 pillars of creating a meaningful life. If you buy the book and you read it and you really enjoy it, submit the review on Amazon. It goes a long way in the algorithm. So, till next time, guys. Peace.